How y'all doing today? So I'm gonna go over DarkMedia update. I'm not sure what the current version I'm running right now, but let's start it up and see what's version number. Let's see, we're gonna go down to my account and then we see we're running version 2.0.6. Let's go back out. So of course, you know, if you've been with DarkMedia from the beginning, you know they've done a major updates to this 2.0 version, which give you a better guide. You got the little review screen in the top so you can see what's playing. And if you push to the left, then you get the categories and all the settings all on one screen instead of going to separate screen like it did in 1.0. But also after the release 2.0, they started doing little incremental upgrades. So when you go to certain things, like let me make this bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. So now that this is full screen, you got a little guide on the bottom, press the button, it goes away. But if you push left, you got a little guide that pops up on the left side, so you can go to a different channel without leaving the full screen mode. Also, they made it easy where you just push up on the remote and then you can switch to a different channel, or push down and go back to a different channel. So those are the little things they've added to the, you know, the little settings and stuff like that, that you can make it easier for you to navigate around DarkMedia. But now they've done some upgrade in the new version, which I'm about to install on this Fire Stick and show you all the additional stuff they've added in. So first off, let's go back to the home screen, and then we got to go to Downloader. Once you get to Downloader, you want to enter the URL. Once you enter the URL, darkmedia.org/apk, and you want to click the go button, then it's come up to the website where the DarkMedia updates are. So as you can see, the current version is 2.1.2, which was released on July 20th, 2019. So I'm going to upgrade to this version now and replace the current version that I have. If you're going from DarkMedia 1.0 to 2.0, you would have to delete the current 1.0 if you jump into the 2.0. It doesn't matter which version of 2.0 you're going to. The 0.1 and the 0.2 are not compatible, so you'd have to remove the 0.1 before you install 0.2. So now I'm just going to click the install button and then I'm done. Then I want to delete, because I don't need the download anymore, because it doesn't matter. I can just go back and download it again if I need to. Plus it reserves the space on your Fire Stick by not taking up extra room for download files. So click delete. Yes, you want to delete it. You're not deleting the program, you're just deleting the download file. So once you've done that, you want to go back to home. Okay, so now that we have downloaded the current version of DarkMedia, which is the 2.1.2, let's go back in there and see what all the changes they have made or additional they have added to the software. Of course, you know, the guide usually is the first thing you see that comes up, and you got the little preview window. Doesn't play automatically until you choose whatever you want to play. So let's click play, and as you can see, the preview is playing in the little preview window. Of course, that stays the same. You can make it big. You see the little synapses at the bottom, and then it goes away. Now, as I can tell, it goes away automatically. First, it used to just stay there at all times, and you'd have to click the button for it to go away. So now it's automatically taking itself away, which is a good thing. So let's see what's on the left hand side. We still got category and we still have settings. So the settings look a little bit different. So I don't see anything in the settings area. So apparently you might have to click on this word. So now all the settings are there. So we got the refresh, default, hide category, time format, the EPG font, EPG channel sorting, and now they've added multi-screen. So multi-screen is where you can have multiple channels going at one time on the same screen. So let me demonstrate. So on the multi-channel, you can add as many channels as you want to watch at one time. It's like multitasking. Instead of doing channel surfing and flipping all over the place, you're doing it all on one screen. And you can add up to 4 channels, as you can see, to this settings. So first off, we're going to go to USA, and let's go down to Discovery Family. We're going to keep this thing PG. We're going to add one more, and let's go down to Animal Planet. And then we're going to add another one. And let's find something else more PG rating. Let's put CNN up there. And then we're going to go one more, because we got up to 4 we can choose from. And we're going to find something else. Cooking channel. There we go. So there we go. As you can see, you got 4 channels going at one time. This is all dependent on your internet speed. So if you got a high-speed internet, you have nothing to worry about. But you can watch 4 different channels at one time if you just want to go binge watching or see what's going on each channel. Now right now I have the volume down for the sake of copywriting. Now if you notice, there's a purple box around number 4, which means that's the one that's selected now. When you're playing this at home on your regular TV where you're not broadcasting over the internet like I am, whichever box has that purple ring around it is the one that's going to play the volume. So if I move up, that's the volume that's going to play on that particular square. And if I move to the first one, that's the volume that's going to play. So not all 4 of them are playing at the same time. You won't hear all 4 volumes where you can't distinguish what is actually being played. So it's a neat idea where you can have 4 different channels going at one time, but not all 4 of them playing the volume at the same time, only when you select that box. So that's the new thing they added on the version 2.1.2, where you can watch 4 different screens at one time and just only listen to one at a time. Now, if you want to change any one of these, you're not stuck with them. So you can select a box. You say, I don't want to watch this one right here. You click on it, and then you can choose something else. You just go through the actual menu again, find whatever you want to watch, click on it, and then it's going to change that particular one to something else. So if you're a sports fanatic, you can watch baseball, basketball, and whatever else you want to watch at the same time, and keep up with the different sports. And you can move over to the cursor and hear the commentary and all that stuff. And then you click your back button, you go back out to the regular menu. So if I go back into multi-screen now, I'd have to add 4 different channels or the same channels that I like to watch. The bigger your TV screen, the better it looks. So for all you people out there that has 65, 75, or whatever size inch TV you have, you're going to really benefit from this multi-screen. But even if you have a smaller TV, you still can benefit from it because all 4 channels is going to fit on the screen, whatever size you have. So it's not limited to any size TV. So that's one of the things I really wanted to point out what they've added so far. Like I said, they've changed up where you have the category and the settings on separate screen. And I think the reason why they do that is because you can add multiple things right here. You know, I only have a few that I've added to my list, but you can always add more categories. You know, there's a lot of categories you can add to it and make that list longer. You know, all of this stuff is available for you in the categories. Another thing I want to point out, the time shift is something you'd have to adjust at one particular time. You'd have to either add plus or minus based on the guide, because the guide seems it used to be off. I heard they'll fix this issue. So based on your current time on your TV or your tablet or phone, it's going to automatically adjust the guide to match up. You got your font size, you can adjust that for your guide. The channel sorting is still there. You can do the adaptive where it automatically push the channels that you watch the most on top, or you can sort by name or number, whichever your preference is. The count information is still there. I can go down, as you can see, it says 2.1.2, which is the current version I'm running. Now, while you're watching your program full screen, you have various things you have access to now compared to the previous version. Of course, when you click the button, you can bring up the little synapse of what you're watching right now. It automatically goes away, unlike the previous version where it stays there until you click the button to make it go away. Of course, you got the little guide on the left side like you had in the previous version that I had, the 2.0.6. So you can push up to change your channel. You can push down to go down one channel. So all those features were available in the previous version. What they've added now is to where you can go back to previous channel. So if you click to the right, you will get a list of previous channels that you have viewed. And you can flip through them and just click it and go right back to that previous channel. Now with the previous channel being right there in front of you, you can select it instead of going back to this guide all the way, whichever guide it is, because you know it might be in a different category, and just to find that particular channel that you were previously viewing. So eliminate all of that headache, click the right button. You can choose those previous channels that you've been viewing right there in front of you and just instantly go back to them. Now favorites is still part of the categories, and if you haven't used favorite, that's a quick way of storing some channels that you like to watch all the time. So I would find that channel, highlight it, whatever is on, hold the button down, and then it's going to say the channel has been added to favorite. So all I have to do now is click left, go to favorites, and there's ID. And the channel is what's being saved. It's not the program. So it's not like your favorite program or whatever is on, it's the favorite channel. So there you go, guys. Those are the features they've added to the new version of DarkMedia, which is 2.1.2. So if you're not running this current version of DarkMedia, it's time for an upgrade. Thanks for taking the time for watching this video. I look forward to see you next time. Have a good one.